Let's look at the Epiphany story up to now for some insight. In John's prologue, we learn that the early church saw Jesus as filled with such grace that he had to be of God. That understanding led to the recognition that the divine is fully a part of all creation. That includes us. Transformation begins in our acceptance of being one with the divine. That doesn't make us more special than anyone else, for it is true of all of us. But it does unite us with one another. So how we treat others is how we are treating ourselves. When a child grieves for his dead parents in Haiti, it is we who are weeping. Accepting this underlying unity is the RSVP to the invitation to the wedding feast. In an abundant life, there is no sense of otherness, only oneness. When we can accept this, we are transformed. Like Kool-Aid, we can't go back. Last week, at Jesus' baptism, we remembered that what empowered Jesus was not his belief in God, but his experience of God. Jesus was open to God's presence in both the extraordinary and ordinary aspects of life. In the wilderness or in downtown Jerusalem, he knew God is there. At a party with his friends or alone at prayer, he knew God is there. When his friends were hailing his feeding of the multitudes, or when they had scattered after his arrest, God is there. At sunrise or sunset, God is there. Living an abundant life is being open in a disciplined way to experiencing God's presence in all things. Once we experience God, we are transformed. Like Kool-Aid, we can't turn back. Once we come to the party, we can't turn back. Next week, we will hear what happened to Jesus after beginning his ministry by preaching in his hometown. "The Spirit of the Lord is upon me," he said, "because he has anointed me to bring good news to the poor. He has sent me to proclaim release to the captives and recovery of sight to the blind, to let the oppressed go free, to proclaim the year of the Lord's favor." I don't want to spoil the ending for you, but the neighbors weren't impressed. But he did not turn back. He went on to show us that ultimately transformation leads us to giving ourselves away to those in need, like free-flowing wine at a wedding feast. His life assures us that the love within us that we call God will never be depleted. If we really want the world to reflect the wedding feast, we must become the wine. When we do, there is no turning back. Amen.